Bismillah, walhamdulillah, wa la ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar. Today we want to take a moment and reflect on some of the verses of the Surah Al-Kahf, the cave, chapter number 18. Verses number 48 and 49. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying in these verses, وَعُرِضُوا عَلَى رَبِّكَ صَفًّا لَقَدْ جِئْتُمُونَا كَمَا خَلَقْنَاكُمْ أَوَّلَ مَرَّةٍ بَلْ زَعَمْتُمْ أَلَّن نَجْعَلْ لَكُمْ مَوْعِدًا. In these verses, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that the majority of the people who lives right now, they think that there won't be a day when they stand before Him. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said He will bring everybody back and everybody will be held accountable about what he have done. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us a very important fact. Now at the time we're living in, if you talk to anybody on the street, he doesn't even know why he is here for, what he's supposed to do on earth, what is going to happen to him after death. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is revealing the Quran, and the Quran repeats that concept so many times, so nobody has an excuse. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the ayah, on the verse after that, He's saying, وَوُضِيَ الْكِتَابِ. Indeed, your CD, your book, your video, your surveillance, your footage, everything, what you have done, it's already recorded. The time when you were in public and the time when you were in your room, the time when you were in front of the people and the time when you were talking behind their back, the time when you were revealing things and the time when you were concealing things, the time when people were looking at you, the time when people weren't looking at you. Everything is being recorded. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He said that book, at that CD, has everything, has all the evidence which can bring the person to, that evidence can lead him to paradise, the Jannah, or can lead him to hell. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, فَتَرَى الْمُجْرِمِينَ مُشْفِقِينَ. The criminals, those ones who committed acts of crimes against Allah, crimes against the humanity, crimes against the fellow human beings, crimes against themselves. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't give anything to us on this earth for free. Everything you get, you will be held accountable and you will be asked, what did you do with it? Every breath you take, Allah will ask you. I give you a certain time on earth. I give you a certain time. What did you do in that time? I give you a healthy eyes, a healthy ears, a healthy body. What did you do with it? Did you ruin this body? Smoking? Did you ruin this body by committing acts which are not supposed to do, like homosexuality, like adultery, like fornication, like drinking? What did you do with it? You have a tongue. Did you lie? Did you said the truth? Did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tell you, I give you custody, I give you trust. Trust over public money can be. Trust over a family can be. A trust over a business can be. Trust over so many things. Did you fulfill that trust? Or you did betray the people who give you that trust? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask us. I send you messages, a message after a message. I showed you people dying in front of your eyes. You heard in the news that people died overnight, and you still didn't look, what is my purpose on earth? You still didn't realize what I'm supposed to do on earth. You get the message, but you never paid heed to that message. Didn't get close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has hold us accountable for everything. This is a testing room. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have put us in it. And you will be tested day and night. You will be, messages will be come to you day and night. But sometimes you hit the delete button and let that message go to the recycling bin. Or sometimes you save that message. Sometimes you read that message again and again and again and again. A lot of people get exposed to the message of the Quran. Some of them, they deleted it. It's a spam. I don't need it. I don't want to be good. I don't really care. And others, they come and contemplate. They said, yes, this is the truth. This is what I need to focus on, what I need to understand, what I need to deeply ponder upon, which is the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala every year, this year we're coming towards, we're having a holiday of Thanksgiving. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala every year at the time of the holidays, we have to reflect. And so being a year already from Thanksgiving to another Thanksgiving, how's my status? How's my connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? I am closer to Allah. Is my rituals, is my obedience to Allah is more? Or I went farther away from Allah? Is this life around me is the one who control me? Or Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who controls me by me becoming obedient to Him? This is a very important, because time, the thing which you will never gonna come back is time. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He said, وَالْعَصْرِ إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَفِي خُسْرٍ. He said, by the time. Why Allah didn't say by the money? Allah didn't say by the cars, by the houses, by the dhahab, by the gold, by the silver. Time, because all of those can come back, goes and come. But by the time, because you have a specific amount of time. This, every single second, the second passed, which passed, it's not going to come back again. It's done. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, take advantage of that time. Take advantage to make the effort, the same effort you do to go to work, the same effort you do to go to a doctor when you're sick, the same effort you do to study in a book to get a degree, the same effort you do to go into residency program and wake up early in the morning to become a doctor, the same effort you need to do in the path towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So every year you need to, in that Thanksgiving, and say, thank you Allah if you get closer. And if you don't get closer, you said, Ya Allah, please make me get closer to you. Show me the way. Show me the right way to come closer to you, to be obedient to you, to gain the pleasure, to gain the peace of this life which we live in and in the hereafter. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله لي ولكم.